Hello and welcome to this overview video for Amazon Web Services Cost Estimation using ACE by DataSpark Analytics. For an IT decision maker who is planning a transition towards cloud-hosted infrastructure services, getting an accurate cost estimation is the natural first step to confidently prepare a cloud strategy, business case, or budget estimate. ACE is a service to quickly, easily, and cost-effectively provide a high-level cloud cost estimation based on your organization's real-world virtual server workload. In this video, we'll be showing you what you can expect from an ACE cost estimation report, which is not a traditional document, but instead a highly interactive tool that can be used to more quickly understand the key elements of future cloud costs. The interactive nature of the report means that you can immediately see cost estimates for a range of cloud usage scenarios. We'll look in more detail at some of the interactive features and information we provide to assist technology decision makers. But first, let's briefly step through the process used to produce a cloud cost estimation report. The DataSpark team have experience working with a broad range of organisations, and so we understand that our clients want information to be provided quickly, they don't want to have to be installing data collection software onto servers, and they want to minimise the amount of effort required by their own IT staff who are already busy. DataSpark ACE requires no software to be installed and only needs read-only remote access to your organisation's VMware environment. Data collection is typically completed within a few hours and only requires about an hour of your own staff's time. During the data collection process, we collect a lot of information, including discovery of all of the virtual servers that are running, how each virtual server is configured, and how hard each server is actually working. In total, 30 days of historical performance data are collected in just a few hours, which can total many million points of data to be used in building a cost estimation. Importantly, during this time, no confidential business data or personal data is accessed or collected. ACE only needs information about your actual technology assets. Within 5 business days of collecting your data, we guarantee to have your interactive report ready for you. So let's show you what you'll get in our cloud cost estimation report. An ACE report is really 2 reports in one. There's a set of technical dashboards that include a lot of detail around each virtual server and how it is matched to AWS services, and a costing dashboard to provide estimates for a range of different cloud usage scenarios. For those who are involved in IT operations, you might be interested in seeing the data that we've collected in more detail. Let's look at those more technical dashboards first. We provide dashboards that show CPU and memory utilization trends over the past month. This is often interesting for our clients as they'll see trends they weren't previously aware of. You can use the compute utilization dashboard to see how much CPU and memory resources are provided to each virtual machine. You can see both the size of the resources that are configured for a virtual machine, as well as the amount of the resource that it actually requires, based on 30 days of historical data analysis. This is helpful to get a feel for how many servers aren't using very much of the configured resources, particularly CPU resources. You can also see a view of your disk storage across your organization's virtual servers by using the storage dashboard. This dashboard provides a breakdown of what the various costs would be to store your data, including data protection snapshots, backups, and archival copies of data. We'll go into more detail around how the storage controls can be used in a moment. ACE has a sophisticated data analysis engine that matches each virtual machine to the best matched AWS EC2 server instance. This matching is based on both the configured size of the virtual machine as well as the real-world utilization-based requirements of that same machine. In the machine type matching dashboard, you can see each of the virtual machines in the data center and what AWS instance type they've been matched to. Now, when matching an existing virtual machine to an AWS machine, there is obviously going to be some difference in the available resources. You can see here a visual representation of exactly how much extra CPU and memory will be provided to each VM. This indication is made for both the matching that is based on the configured amount of resources, as well as the matching that is optimized to the amount of resources that are actually required. If we look at this machine, for example, we can see that for the matching based on its configured level of resources, it is assigned a C3 quadruple extra large, which means that it has this much more CPU capacity and this much more memory capacity than before. However, if the machine is matched based on its actual requirements, it is assigned an R3 extra large, a much less expensive type of instance, and will have this much more CPU capacity and this much more memory capacity than it needs. We found that optimized matching of virtual machines results in around a 30% cost saving, so this is a really important part of the cost estimate. The AWS cost dashboard provides a summarized view of your entire virtualized server fleet. From this one dashboard, you can see your first year and 3-year costs for different contract terms, charge models, and sizing basis. A summary of each charge model is provided so that you can quickly understand the relative savings for committing to longer contract terms. You can visually see the savings that machine optimization provides by observing both the optimization savings chart at the top of the dashboard or by comparing the cost of each charge model. From this dashboard, a number of powerful yet simple to use cost modelling tools are available to help you understand what the full interactive cost would be when you transition your workload into AWS. This covers all the important elements of cost estimation, whether you're using the cloud for all or selected workloads, or primary or disaster recovery workloads. You can model different infrastructure growth rates, storage management policies, support level, machine type sizing basis, the preferred charging model, and the cost of transferring data over the network. By using the virtual machine filter, you can select a subset of the servers in your infrastructure to immediately change the cost estimate based on that selection of servers. This is helpful if you have a certain application or development environment that you'd like to produce a cost estimation for. Using AWS as a disaster recovery facility is a terrifically cost-effective alternative to traditional DR. ACE provides the option to configure how many days you expect to have machines running each year. So, in a disaster recovery cost estimation, you could select to have the servers on for, say, 5 days for your annual DR testing, in which case you might not have any snapshots or archives, and perhaps only one backup copy of your data. As you can see, the cost estimation will immediately update to show you what that particular DR scenario would cost. ACE provides a number of options to model up your individual storage requirements. For example, you could include in your estimate to have 50% of your data on high-performance storage, 20% additional snapshot data for data protection purposes, as well as 5 live backup copies of your data and 7 archived copies of your data. ACE will take your input controls and immediately update the cost estimation to reflect those choices. This lets you experiment with different storage policies to see how that will impact your overall costs. Having support in place for your infrastructure services is highly recommended in all situations. However, ACE provides the ability to make your own choices and remove support from the cost estimation if you prefer to. If your future AWS environment is sized based on optimized performance requirements, this will typically reduce your costs by around 30%. ACE provides the visibility into how much you would save by cost optimizing your machine configuration. You can also filter your cost estimation so that you only see the estimation basis that suits your desired approach. AWS offers significant discounting if you commit to purchase some or all of your virtual machines for 1 or 3 years. Each of these different charge models are included in the dashboard. And you have the ability to filter out any charge models that do not fit your business, simply by selecting them in the charge model filter. Typically, 2% of the AWS cost will be related to network transfers. Depending on your own specific requirements, we provide the ability to change how much is loaded into the cost to allow for network transfer costs. DataSpark ACE offers you the ability to break through the complexity of your IT environment and the range of AWS cloud services to better understand what your future cloud costs will be. In addition, we also provide a comprehensive spreadsheet of costing data that can be used by your own staff to model infrastructure utilization scenarios that are specific to your own organization. We understand that IT infrastructure is a constantly changing world. In your own environment, you may undergo a major change soon after having your cloud cost estimation completed. Also, AWS are constantly releasing new services and reducing the prices of existing services, which could impact your future costs. For this reason, DataSpark include the option of a second engagement if you require it, where we will recollect your system data and produce an updated report, and this is offered at no extra cost. To recap on the main benefits of using DataSpark ACE for an AWS cloud cost estimation. Using traditional approaches, cloud cost estimation can be highly time-consuming and can distract your most valuable technical resources from higher business value activities. ACE enables an organisation to have high-quality decision-making information without time-consuming consultancy projects or putting additional workload demands on the organisation's own technical team. The sophisticated data collection and analytics techniques used to produce your cost estimation means that you can make decisions with the confidence that your cost estimations are both accurate and cost optimized. Whatever your plans are to adopt cloud infrastructure services, whether that be disaster recovery, hosting of particular applications, or a full data center migration, ACE can quickly and easily allow you to understand at a high level what your AWS costs will be. All of this is provided in no more than 5 business days, based on 30 days of your environment's historical performance data, meaning you won't have to wait long to take the next step in your organization's cloud journey.